Right. So today, season 4 has been out for about a week. I think I've had enough time to get to grips and feel out and test out.
Be sure to don't worry, pal. I'm ready for it.
I've flown a magic carpet. This should be
Oh,
easy.
it's just straight up speedsters.
Thank you.
Try out Jasmine because she is the Aladdin character, the new Aladdin character.
Playtime is over.
But yeah, I'm gonna give off. I'm gonna give my first impressions for season 4.
Stop that.
Oh god.
How strange.
And overall,
Here I go.
I think this might be the best season so far.
So sorry.
And I'll get into why. I'll get into why in a second.
Oh, who did that? Go.
Yeah, Jasmine's unique skill is not the greatest. Just turn. Corner. Please. I feel like I'm in the bear. Just shouting corner so much.
Stop that. Yes. I have an idea. That's perfectly respectable.
You can tell that I'm not that great with Jasmine. I've been using Genie more than anyone this season because he is amazing. I'm gonna get these done and then we'll go into a few rank matches
Here I go.
I've read about this
with Genie.
This time, I'm winning the prize.
I'm gonna do a couple with Jafar. I haven't got Aladdin yet. He's the kind of the shiny
I have an idea.
character that we're gonna get like halfway through the season, and he actually looks great. Unlike a lot of the other characters that they've done like him, like he actually looks like he's gonna be worth the time it'll take to unlock him.
How dare you?
Like, this is the first season where it actually feels like the characters are put in their respective they've been
Go ahead, Raja.
put in the right places. It feels like they've actually been given the right rarity.
Let me try.
Like, Jasmine's a common character, not necessarily because she's bad, but because she is
Wonderful
the
time.
the weakest of the 4. Aladdin and Jafar are both rare characters, so and both of them are quite good. I haven't had much experience with Jafar yet, but he's been
Leave it to me.
quite, from what I have played of him, he seems quite good.
Don't nobody cheat now. Deep breaths. I got
I am
wonder
worried.
if this can go faster than carpet.
I'm worried about when they release the mid-season characters, because you're supposed to corner. I was moving the analog stick and Jasmine wasn't moving.
Dare you? Over here. Here I go.
But both of the mid-season characters, specifically more so
Yes. Stop that.
Hades, but both of them look broken. As they should be, because, you know, there's been a lot of hype around getting new villains into the game.
Raja, I need help. Go ahead, Raja. Oh.
But yeah, and Genie's the epic character, and he's brilliant.
This makes me very happy.
He's like up there with, you know, he's up there with like your buzzers, and also he's another like S tier defender as well. So Genie is just straight up one of the best characters, not only to come in this season, but I think will be up there in a lot of people's tier lists when they come to do that near the end of the season. Some regulated. Oh yeah, the one thing that I'm not too fond of is the change to upgrade parts and just changing what they actually are. They also changed the rarity, and you get a lot more upgrade parts now than you did before, which is great, a great change. I just don't necessarily understand changing the actual upgrade part itself. Like now, instead of the racing flags, you get energy drinks, and instead of getting stuff specifically for defenders, you'll just get helmets, and you'll get like stuff like that. You won't really necessarily get it's just, if it was changed to something to make it a bit more Disney specific, because you've got the character specific upgrade parts. But if it was something that just like blanket felt more Disney, then I would understand it more so. But at the moment,
I wonder what new places we'll see.
At the moment, it just doesn't. We'll do a little bit Genie, so I can show off just how good he is, because he is great. His unique skill is one of, for lack of a better term, one of the most actually unique skills.
This ain't the roller rink.
I think a lot of people got very hyped into thinking that Genie was going to get a really visually interesting skill. And that is kind of what I was hoping for. But I think what we have, the utility of it, is a whole lot better than the actual... is a whole lot better than, I think, just giving him like a big explosion or something like that. Essentially what he does is... you have a 1 in 3 chance. Normal activation is based on what position you're in the race. So like if you're at the back, you get a speed boost, like quite a significant speed boost as well. If you're like in position 5 to 3, you fire off a rocket akin to something like Buzz, but it goes forward instead of back. And then if you're in first, you get a barrier, or you get intangibility. But where Genie really comes into his own is the charged activation, where he gets 3 random common skills. He just spawns 3 random common skills. And it is the most useful thing. Obviously there's some luck involved with it.
What now?
But it is still very... it's still very useful. And it makes Genie one of the most interesting to play characters, and one of the most fun as well. And it makes him feel different to everyone else. He doesn't just get you generic speed boosts or you generic explosions or like tons of projectiles. But I think what he has a lot more... there's a lot more options to how to play Genie. I think that'll make him really fun, and will give him, if you pardon the pun, it will actually give him legs for seasons to come, because he will just have that usability.
Oh, come on. I can turn a mosquito into an elephant.
The thing that I'm worried about with a character like, per se, Hades, for example, who's not available at the moment, but I've seen what Hades' skill or unique skills are going to look like, and I'm scared of what it could mean for the game, because balance has been a massive problem with the game recently. And Hades is a character, and what his skill looks like it's going to do, he could have the worst stats ever. But what his skill looks like it's going to do, and being a trickster, he could very well have terrible stats. But he's going to have a skill where normal activation, every time you pass someone, you charge up your speed bar a little bit. Charged activation, every time someone passes you, they get hit with a projectile and stunned. So you can just pass them back. Basically meaning no one can get in front of you while you have your unique skill up. Now this isn't going to be too scary for like your 2 stars or your 3-star Hades. But because he's a mid-season character, it's going to be incredibly easy to get Hades up to 3 stars. Or to get Hades up to 4 stars. And then you can also get his unique, or his like epic crew member really early as well. So that upgrades him even more. And you balance that out with, you add to that his stats could very well be amazing, or at least on like Angel or Mike level. Yeah, it just is. It's a scary thought. Gaston looks good as well. I mean, he doesn't look broken, but he does look good. He does look very good.
This is the day your dreams come true.
Pick me!
Do we have a deal? That's better.
I do have a problem with Jafar's
Enjoy this.
character model. Not necessarily the legs or the arms. Yes, he looks like spaghetti, but the neck.
That's better.
So when he does this, when he leans forward, that's terrifying. He looks like an aardvark. He looks like an anteater. What are you doing? His neck is way too thick. And I don't know if they needed to do that. If they made it thinner, it would have looked even more uncanny. But Jafar is meant to have a really thin neck. Or at least it's not meant to be that long. I think it's because it's long and thick. That's why it looks weird. Let me get a picture of Jafar. Oh yeah, his neck is covered. Yeah, his neck is way too thick. I don't know. It's not a deal breaker. It's not like terrible.
What's this?
Yeah, his neck is just way too thick. Also, they made him a brawler, which like doesn't work for me. I don't know why it doesn't work for me, but it doesn't make sense.
Quickly now.
Jafar being a brawler doesn't make sense to me anyway. Like, it might make sense to other people, but like, especially with how skinny he is. Like, who's he brawling?
Good luck, everyone.
This ain't the roller rink. Here goes nothing. Here I go.
Don't think he ever throws a punch in the movie. Yeah. He definitely gives off more trickster vibes for me. Like Aladdin should have been the speedster. I mean, the voice is perfect. Whoever's doing the voice for Jafar is perfect. It's also just nice to have another villain. There still aren't enough villains in the game. And unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to show off his unique skill yet because I don't have him unlocked. I mean, fair play to anyone who does. To be honest, I don't think anyone's got his. Unless people have been going ham and ranked with him, I don't think anyone actually has his unique skill yet. I do want to talk about the Agrabah track as well, because I think it's I think it's the best one they've done. But like the design team for the tracks, whoever designs the tracks, has knocked it out of the park this time around. And it is a massive, it's a massive boost
It will not happen again.
for like things to come with like Arendelle we're going to be getting in season 5 and yeah, I think they really knocked it out of the park. Like, it's a fantastic new track. But yeah, overall, season 4, and there's also 2 characters coming later on in the season that we have no idea about. Still no idea about. So not only are we getting not only have we got the 4 Aladdin characters, not only do we have Gaston and Hades, but we also have 2 characters that are a complete mystery still. If I had to guess, I would say we're probably getting 2 more characters in Mickey and Friends. If I were a betting man. Because I do not want Mickey and Friends characters, I think we could see characters for Walt Disney World.
Here we go!
Because at the moment it's only Figment, and Figment is not a favourite in the community. I think he's seen as the worst character in the game. So what characters do I think could end up in the Walt Disney World section? I think there's some characters that could go in either here or Mickey and Friends, but I think would make more sense here. And I think Oswald the Lucky Rabbit makes sense in Walt Disney World more than Mickey and Friends. I also think Yen Sid works better in Walt Disney World, because a lot of I don't know that much about the parks in general. I mean, we could very easily see We could very easily see some more Toy Story characters. We could see a Zurg, we could see a Stinky Pete, we could see a lot. So we could see Will Turner.
To the helm!
Honestly, we could see Will Turner. We could see Barbosa. We could see Davy Jones. I know they've said that. I think Gameloft have said that they don't want to do any more. That they're not releasing any more villains this season. I to that say. I don't think that that's necessarily true, because there's also Shan Yu they haven't put in yet. Does open the doors to possibly having another collection in the game. Do I think they're going to do that? No. No, I don't. Necessarily. If they've removed... I think they've removed some of the...
I'm ready.
Of course.
I'm ready.
Oh, the Hydra and Cerberus are here from Pain and Panic. The Cerberus thing and the Hydra thing are both absolutely terrifying. They're both freaking horrific looking. Oh, we got LeFou and the freaking dancing girls and the fucking cronies. Oh, they still have Shere Khan. The actual guy that rides the camel isn't a crew member. The guy that actually freaking sings Arabian Nights isn't that's weird. Is he gonna be one of the, one of the mid-season characters? The friggin' Arabian Nights guy, the merchant. Either way, that's pretty much it. As far as seasons go, so far, I think this is definitely the strongest one. A few things that I don't necessarily like. Again, it's just presentation-wise. I'm not a big fan of the change to gear. I would like to see Regulated go back to the way it was. If you're not gonna give character tokens away, or character shards away in that game mode, at least give us like either season tokens or actual in-game currency, and give us lots of it. Like, the rewards for Regulated should be really hype and should be interesting to make people want to play it. Because at the moment, the rewards for multiplayer, for Regulated multiplayer, are just not good enough. They're just not good enough. 4 energy drinks, only 3 character shards, only 2 crew member shards, and a license plate that doesn't change. It's good supplementary shards, but because everywhere that you're getting shards, you're only getting like 2 at a time or 3 at a time. And to get 5-star characters, you need like in the 80s of shards. And it's mad. It's actually insane how many shards you need and how stingy they are with shards. Still, in Season 4, like I don't think I'm gonna have a 5-star character before the end of the year. I would like to have a 5-star character before the end of the year, but I don't think I will. Maybe if ranked gets a little bit better, a little bit more, a little bit less toxic, and Stitch has been nerfed, and a lot of characters have had their top speed buffed, so we might see less toxicity in ranked. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today's video. I'm very happy with this season overall. There's only a few small minor things, like the actual name of the season. I feel like they could have been a bit more creative. Like there's a lot of things in Aladdin, in the movie Aladdin, that you could have named the season, and you name it the Cave of Wonders. You name it just the name of a place in the movie, the place that they go to. They don't even spend a lot of the movie in. Like, you could have called it A Friend Like Me, you could have called it A Whole New World, you could have called it Diamond in the Rough. You could have called it loads of things. But now you've got to Cave of Wonders. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next video. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. And let me know in the comments below what you are thinking of Season 4. Let me know if you're excited or if you're scared for Hades to come to the game. Let me know what your excitement level for Gaston. Let me know which Aladdin character you're enjoying the most. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.